The New York Mets' aggressive, almost shocking acquisition of star pitcher Freddie Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers has sent immediate shockwaves across Major League Baseball. Announced this January 22nd, this trade is far more than just a typical roster enhancement. It signals a critical, likely decisive shift in the Mets' rebuilding philosophy, especially regarding the future of Japanese starter Kodai Senga.
Freddie Peralta, at 29, brings immediate ace-level credibility. Last season alone, he posted a league-leading 17 wins with a superb 2.70 ERA and 204 strikeouts.
He is a proven commodity, having secured double-digit wins 4 times and earned All-Star nods. Crucially, his contract is immensely team-friendly.
Seda, he is owed only about $12.6 million this coming season, a steal for a pitcher of his caliber. Moreover, the Mets secured valuable long-term control, with team options extending through the 2025 and 2026 seasons.
For the Mets, this deal is the ultimate trifecta: established performance, high cost efficiency, and extended control.
Shadar, the Mets traded promising young talent, including infielder prospect Jeremiah Jackson and pitcher Brandon Sproat.
Shada, Tina, tốt, bình thường. One initially appearing to be a bold sacrifice of future potential, this move perfectly reflects the calculated strategy of President of Baseball Operations David Stearns.
Stearns, who previously served as the Brewers' general manager, utilized his intimate knowledge of Milwaukee's organizational needs and leveraged his strong personal pipeline to execute this trade at a precisely opportune moment. Jackson, despite his potential, found his path to the majors completely blocked by the presence of stars like Francisco Lindor and newly acquired Marcus Semien in the Mets infield.
Shada, trading him resolves a logjam for New York, while offering Jackson a clearer path to playing time elsewhere.
Pitcher Sprout, while highly regarded, was considered the third-best pitching prospect in the Mets system, trailing behind elite prospects like Christian Scott and Jonathan Tom. By releasing necessary but ultimately replaceable pieces, Stearns executed a meticulous strategy, strengthening the immediate roster significantly while safeguarding the organization's highest-rated long-term assets. The Mets, reeling from missing the postseason years, have undergone a significant overhaul. They deliberately parted ways with key players và brought in seasoned talent, focusing on defensive strength và short-term roster flexibility, mà avoiding long-term, high-dollar commitments to pitching, một central tenet của Stearns' philosophy. Skeda, the acquisition of Peralta, who bolsters the rotation with another proven top-tier arm, marks the successful culmination of Stearns' goal to fortify the starting five and immediately elevates the team's competitive readiness.
The rebuild, in effect, has entered its final, most potent phase.
However, this move carries profound and potentially terminal consequences for Kodai Senga. Senga's position in the Mets' starting rotation has gone from essential to entirely precarious.
Với Peralta, nay joining một rotation đã có established arms plus một stable của promising young talent như Ton, Senga là no longer một irreplaceable commodity.
Shidar, rotation spot assurance, once absolute, has completely dissolved.
Senga's vulnerability is compounded by his performance history.
He struggled severely in the latter half of last season, eventually necessitating a brief minor league assignment, a bitter experience the Mets brass certainly remembers.
Now, with a proven, cost-controlled ace secured in Peralta, Senga's existence on the roster takes on a new strategic value. he becomes an extraordinarily attractive trade chip.
Senga's contract is highly tradable. With only 2 years remaining and an estimated $48 million due, his deal is affordable for almost any serious contender.
A team pushing for a title would see Senga's experience as a massive, immediate boost.
The Mets have achieved their goal of adding another reliable starter. Now they can leverage Senga's marketability to acquire high-end prospects that perfectly align with their long-term rebuilding efforts.
It is highly plausible that Senga could be packaged and sent to a postseason contender, perhaps even ironically to the Brewers, who have consistently been in the playoff hunt. Moving to a team closer to the championship summit would arguably be a beneficial outcome for Senga himself.
The bottom line is clear. Stern's consistent strategic execution, prioritizing flexibility, and avoiding costly long-term pitcher deals means that Peralta, who is only signed through 2025 before hitting free agency, fits the mold perfectly. Senga, with his performance inconsistency and appealing contract package, is now simply too valuable as trade capital to remain immune. The heat surrounding Kodai Senga's future has officially reached its boiling point.
All eyes will remain glued to the Mets' next move.